Hello, welcome to episode 5, Where is the Time Going? I am Chris. These are my mindset stories where you follow me throughout my week, my mindset, ups and downs. Let's see what this week has in store, shall we? Hello, here I am. I have had coffee, can you tell? Because morning Chris would not look like this without the coffee. I hope you're well. I had a lovely weekend, again quiet, another lockdown weekend. What did I do? Not very much. Lots of dog walks, as always, and vlog editing. Got episode 4 out, so that's been cool. It's been out for like just over 12 hours now, and it's always really exciting and a bit like nervous. I'm still kind of at that stage 4 episodes in where I'm like, oh, I'm just putting a little bit of myself out there, and it's a bit daunting still. So as always, thank you so much if you do watch, if you comment, even if you give me a little like, that is awesome and amazing. Feeling good for a Monday. I think a rested weekend does really help, doesn't it? Oh, the other thing I did at the weekend was we binged Bridgerton. Have you watched it? Have you watched it? Now, as a huge Downton Abbey fan, I watched it. I thought, oh, this would be nice, little bit of ye olde England. No. As my granny used to say when she watched dirty programmes on TV, they're dirty. It's right old dirt and filth. Very enjoyable though, if you're into that kind of thing, but like a very rude Downton Abbey. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. This week I have quite a lot of training design that I need to do. So if you don't know, I am a mindset and resilience facilitator and coach, and so I have some design to do for some training delivery, some this week, some next week, so that'll keep me a little bit busy. Yeah, I think today is the easiest day of my week. So I'm kind of just gonna ease into the week again. You're seeing a familiar theme start to emerge sometimes here. Now, I don't know if you can notice if this is coming through, but I need to do some grooming because I just look a bit of a stit at the minute. So I'm going to give myself a haircut because it's getting so long again, like last time, just before Christmas. And I just think that's important for mindset sometimes. So I'm going to do that early on a Monday. So then I'm going to look a bit better. I'm going to feel a bit better myself. I'm going to get dressed and just make myself a little bit more presentable, because I think that's important. Even though we're all stuck at home and working from home and not really seeing anybody, I think it makes us feel a bit better. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do a little bit of YouTube filming. Last week I told you I've tried this YouTube Shorts thing, so I might do another one of them today and get that sorted. And in non-working news, regular fans will know this is also a mini PlayStation 5 vlog as well. I am trying to track down a PlayStation 5. My dusty old PlayStation 4, not 5, boo. There is big expectations for a PlayStation 5 this week, because I have not got one yet and I want one. There are more rumours, probably rubbish, that new stock is going to drop this week. But I said that last week. So watch this space. I would say better, but I've just done a face pack and I've used it before. Look at my face. Oh my god. Hang on, it doesn't help that I'm really zoomed in. Whoa. Oh, watch this space. Watch this face. I do have quite sensitive skin, but I've used it before and it was fine. This could be an interesting start of the week. Yeah, watch. I looked at it and I was like, it's not that bad, it's fine, it'll calm down. When I see it like this, I'm like, oh my god. It's 7:15, I'm still in here and my head is melted. Well, okay, the good news is, look, face, is back to normal. The face mask that I used was a Christmas present from my dear friend Gareth, Gaz. If you ever watch this, Gaz, thank you for making me panic this morning. I don't know which bargain bin you got that from. No, but seriously, I'm joking, half joking. It's at least the second time I've used it, and I just had some sort of reaction today, but it calmed down after an hour or two, thankfully. I don't think this top that I'm wearing helped the look either, but anyway. And the bad news is that my head is melted, because do you want to see the less glamorous side of having your own business? Just in case you're ever wondering. Look, it's accounts time, tax, hideous, horrible thing. And you know what, I could have just put it off for at least a few more days, and I thought, Christopher, just do it. There is a good mindset tip right there for procrastinating. So even though my head, I just see figures swimming in front of my eyes, at least it's done. And I've just emailed it off to my accountant, so yes. I just need to see how much bloody money I got to pay now. That's the fun bit. Oh, lovely. What else? Nice dog walk, like 3 or 4 miles. That's always good. I was hoping for quite a nice, easy day today before my design that I've got to do from tomorrow. So maybe I'll have a nice chilled evening, and that'll bump me up a few more points, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. I said last week you do not want to see Chris do an exercise, because this is what it looks like. Yes, same t-shirt, but I thought, well, there's no point in dirtying a fresh t-shirt. You know what I think mindset-wise? When you don't want to exercise, in today's example, is probably the time when you absolutely need to and should do. Because there's been certain points recently where I just haven't been able to, haven't wanted to, whatever you want to call it. And when I do, like just now, I could have got on with work and pretended that I would be more productive doing that. But I know now, in terms of where my mindset is now, before I started, I'll be so much more productive now. And it only took 20 minutes. Side note, Apple Fitness Plus is blooming brilliant. If you have an Apple Watch, I strongly recommend you have a look at it. This is not a paid endorsement, though if Apple do want to get in touch, let's talk. But it's so good because you can watch it on the screen. It shows your stats on the screen. It shows where you are in terms of everyone else who's done it as well. So it just makes it much more interesting and interactive. Because I'm not very good at just getting on my own. It's fine if the gym's open, but if I don't do something like that, I would find something else on YouTube to follow. So, on with my training design now, after a shower. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this noise while I'm doing this, but Max, one of our lanky bag of elbows dogs who we love dearly, around about this time every day, between 3 and 4 o'clock, he starts to bark and whine and moan. What? That's lovely. Shut up. Look, I'm in here minding my own business, doing lots of work, being very productive. Got all my design done for Friday, so that was a big tick. Even though I didn't really want to procrastinate it and stuff, but I did it. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. I won't talk too soon because I've got more design to do tomorrow when I get that done. But yeah, it's great. It's miserable outside. Why doesn't he just want to sleep? It's really quite annoying. Then, between 5:30 and 6:30 every day, he'll start doing the same thing for his dinner. Oh, you can't do stairs. Don't you wag that tail at me. It's like, just sleep. Know how good you've got it, dog. I was talking the other week how much I love them and need to appreciate them and be grateful for them more. But it does wind me up. Shut up, Max. 6:15 in the morning. Can't sleep. It's not that early. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get up, still on coffee, my Kylie mug. Not a morning person, but I do like to exercise in the morning sometimes if I have a lot on, just to get me into things. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my mat. I'm going to put on another one of those sessions that I was telling you about yesterday, and I'm going to do that. And it's going to fire me up so that I can be productive and not procrastinate with my design today. That's the plan. It's Since you last saw me, I have been a training design machine. Yes, lots of duns, lots of ticks and duns, because 6:15, wasn't it? I did my exercise 2 days in a row, check me out, and it definitely did help. I don't know if you saw last week, but I was talking last week about saying I could do with doing some exercise, and I know that that would help my mindset, but you know what it's like when you know something will help but you just don't want to do it. Anyway, this week I seem to be a little bit more into it and just doing it, just getting it done. And I did say last week that it would happen. I just did lots of dog walks last week. Sean has kindly taken the dogs out today for me to let me keep on with my work that I needed to do. I think there's a good mindset share here when it comes to procrastinating. If anyone is a little bit like me who can put the pro into procrastinate, and putting things off and making excuses and finding lovely, nice, enjoyable things to do rather than what you know you really should be doing. The one best tip that I can offer you that just works for me is to think about that feeling of accomplishment when you get the thing done. And for me, training design is not necessarily the most exciting thing. When I know exactly how an event will go or what I'll put into an event, it's in here, but I just have to get it out. I just have to get it onto the screen somehow. I find quite painful sometimes. So that feeling that I focus on is how am I going to feel when it's done. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. It's all done. So particularly for next week, I could have put it off and gone, oh, I'll do it the weekend or I'll do it tomorrow or whatever. That would have been so easy and nice to do until tomorrow comes or until next week comes. So that's quite a nice feeling. I've hibernated in my office today. I have not spoke to anyone. Oh no, that's a lie actually. I did have a meeting about a potential podcast guest slot coming up later this month. So otherwise, I've just hid in there. I haven't been on social media. I haven't done anything because when I'm in that mode of having to get stuff done, I just want to get my head down and do it. Hugely upset though because more bloody rumours about PlayStation 5s coming out today, and so far, guess what? No PlayStation 5s. I guess mindset in a pretty good place. I give myself a strong 8. 8. That's good. Can't complain about an 8. I'm gonna get on, just do a little bit more work now, more edity stuff on some videos, and then a nice, quiet, relaxed, lockdown kind of evening. It's quite late in the day today. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. And I've been thinking, I haven't checked in yet. I haven't checked in the vlog. And I think that's because it's just a bit of a blah day. I have been okay doing stuff. I actually went down a bit of a boring, geeky, techie rabbit hole of comparing WordPress websites and stuff like that. All very boring, but I quite enjoy doing stuff like that. And I think it suited me doing something like that because it needs doing, it needs thinking about. And yeah, it just appealed to my kind of get lost in a little internet rabbit hole today. I think the weather might have something to do with it. That actually looks quite nice and bright, but it's not. It's grey and miserable. So we walked the dogs, shocker, I know. Charlie and Max played some Lurcher Bitey Face. Any Lurcher fans watching this will know what I mean by that. But they were both very good. They're now sleeping. I'm going to do another one of those YouTube shorts because I think I might have said on Monday, I'm going to do that. I didn't. I wasn't feeling it on Monday. But I am going to get one of that done because they're 60-second videos. How hard can it be? And then that will help me to feel a little bit more productive today. I spent some time getting ready for my training delivery tomorrow, so I'm all good to go for that. But yeah, otherwise, just a bit, I might check in later, might not if nothing interesting happens, but otherwise I will see you tomorrow where we will do my training delivery, that's the royal we, and round up the week with my gratitude. Oh, coffee machine. Coffee machine. Oh my God. The moment I press record. Don't worry, it might never happen. Ugh. It could be worse. Shut up. Hey, look on the bright side. Oh, just do one, will ya? Quick good morning. I am up. I have exercised and I'm stood here ready to get ready for my session in about half an hour. So I'm going to log in soon and get all set up. Got some of those little nerves of excitement. I'm helping people with resilience this morning, so it's important stuff. It's brilliant to be back and to see some familiar faces. Done. It went brilliantly. It's always interesting for me, that moment when you last saw me before facilitation, all virtual at the minute of course, where there's those little physiological signals my body's sending me, and I think that I said nervous excitement is what I would label it as, and that kind of adrenaline. And I think it's important mindset wise, because whatever that looks like for you, however that shows up, we have again that conscious choice of how we rein that in. So you might have heard me talking in previous episodes about imposter syndrome. I think there's a lot of value there about telling ourselves, like I was this morning, it'll be great, I'm going to help a load of people, they're going to get loads from it, it's going to help them in their personal lives, their professional lives. And I just think that there's that choice there. Do we let that nervous energy control us, or do we do something proactive to rein it in and to control it? So that is what I was doing. It went brilliantly, as I knew it would be, and I don't mean that in a boasty way, but I think that's also important, is that we focus on how brilliantly it is going to go as well. Because again, remember, the brain's default position is to try and say, oh well, what could go wrong, or what if this happens, what if that happens, and whatever happens, we'll deal with it, we'll handle it. It's always a nice relief, isn't it, when you get to the other end and it has gone well. It's like, whew. So that's good. I think the other element there was that it was about 100 people. Again, it's, I do that quite regularly, but when it's such a massive crowd that you've got to try and engage and get them to interact with you, which they all did brilliantly, it went well. That is the most my day will get, because now I have some admin stuff to do. I got to do some invoicing, which is always nice to do on a Friday. I like doing that, even nicer when I get the money. And some social media planning, and oh yes, remember what I said? I think it was Monday when I was in here doing my year of accounting hell, and then I've sent it to my accountants. Their problem now until they tell me how much I got to pay. But I have committed that I'm gonna take time every month starting today to do a monthly admin with it, so that I don't have 12 whole months to do in January, which is miserable enough in January, isn't it? I shall check in later and I will reflect on my gratitude for the week. Just very quickly, can we have a quick shout out for not procrastinating? Because I've just done that accounts catch up stuff and I'm stupidly, unnecessarily excited about it, because it's going to just help me to have my life so much more in order. Spending half an hour a month doing the things that build up over 12 months accounts wise and take me at least a day and loads of searching around for figures and what was that for 10 months ago, why did I pay for that, what is that? So I'm going to have much more handle on stuff, but more importantly, I was doing it all and I could feel myself getting all excited because this is going to save me so much time. Yeah, boring though. So procrastination wise, it's so much easier, isn't it, to put that stuff off and think, oh, I'll just do it all at once. But no more. We shall finish the week where we started it, on this sofa. So it is time for gratitude. I am going to dip into my gratitude jar to remind me of what I have to be grateful for, and then I'm going to reflect on this week. Let's do it. See how far back this goes. I can't remember where last week's was. This is from July. Quite a lot I put on there in July. I remember this because I remember being very, very grateful that I had a little bit of work coming in. Previous episodes I've talked about the up and downness of my work over the last year, no different to a lot of us I know, but I remember at this point it started to creep up again, and for that I was hugely grateful, because what does that mean? It means the money, it means the security, the roof over our head, and all sorts of things. I mentioned on another episode what our little dog Jack, who died last June, this was still very fresh after then, so I was really grateful, hugely grateful in fact, that we got to be with him right up until the end. And he had a good old life, he had a good innings, bless him. Everyone in my life was happy and healthy and well, which is always something to be grateful for. I'd actually gotten some tax stuff straight, which is funny enough, thinking about what I've been looking at this week. Nice little reminder, flashback to July. This week I have already done it again. Well, as you saw this morning, I loved my online session this morning. Just really able to help them with their resilience in that time. It's got to be something to be hugely grateful for. Now this week there have been lots of, guess what, nice long dog walks, and when I reflected on this in terms of what I'm grateful for, I think I'm not sure if I would get out as much as I am doing at the minute if it wasn't for the dogs, and so I don't know whether you have pets or not, it makes such a difference, that oxygen to our brain, getting the blood pumping, the endorphins rushing, all that kind of stuff. It does so much good stuff. But yeah, we've walked about 15 miles in 5 days. I'm pretty happy with that, but then there's not much else to do, is there? It's just that one main reason to go out of the house at the minute. I'm so happy that I have done 3 HIIT sessions this week, so I'm back into that while the gym is shut. And also I'm being quite good on the nutrition side as well, because you know what it's like over Christmas, you have little dips, especially with lockdown. Yeah, lockdown weight hasn't started creeping up again yet like it did before. In fact, it's come down a little bit, so watch this space. I don't want to jinx it. Finally, I think I mentioned it earlier in the week, I got asked to be on another podcast, so it's not being recorded for another couple of weeks, so I shall let you know. No doubt you will be hearing about that in the relevant week. So that is it. That was the week. It feels like this week has been more up than down. Certainly more up than some of the previous episodes. There was quite a focus for me this week on my productivity, so I feel like I've been really productive with the work stuff this week, and specifically really trying to limit or get rid of my procrastination that I can be prone to. So just getting my head down, getting some big chunky stuff done, because then it's out of here and it's not there still to do, and I'm kicking myself and beating myself up because why didn't I do that? Just bloody do it. But yeah, only one kind of dip day, which I think was yesterday, when I only made one entry. It's just like, I just wasn't feeling it, and sometimes that's the way, isn't it? You just got to go with the ebb and the flow. So wherever you are, whenever you are watching this, 2 things. Number 1, you are doing brilliantly, and number 2, do make sure that you are checking in with what's going on in here in your mindset, because if we aren't checking in, then we ain't able to do anything to help ourselves. That's it for another week. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Bye. Why is it so bright? A nap